When I started school after my stroke, I thought everyone was just going to stare at me. I thought I'll be in a wheelchair all my life. I didn't know what to expect after the stroke, but as time went on, I realised the facts and I accepted the fact that I was different from everyone else. And I know basically nobody with my condition. But that was just me making assumptions when I was 6. But it is okay to fear, because if you didn't fear, you wouldn't have to get over that hurdle. But you shouldn't care what people think, because if you do, that will just ruin your life. So in this video, I'll give you the tools that will make the person that you could be possible. But the person who is holding you back is the person in the mirror. Only the person in the mirror can achieve what you want. Achieving that dream holiday that you always wanted to go to, that dream place, or that dream car that you always wanted to get, or that wish to get your affected side better, or that dream goal of everyone with this condition, which is just to get your affected side better. But I'm going to show you 3 ways that you that will get you to that goal that you've always dreamt of. The first thing is your mental model. What your mental model is what other people's perception of you, or what you think their perception of you is. I'll just give you an example, which is if you're in a park on a sunny day with all your family, just having fun, joys in the air, barely any wind or gentle breeze, and from your perspective everything's fine, everything's happy, but you sat on a bench with another guy who is homeless, and his perception of it is way different to yours. So his perception could be, oh, it's too hot and just need water, which as you're homeless, people don't get as much water as they need. Or I'm starving of water, starving of food. He's just thinking of his next meal. So is his perception of the day is going to be the same as yours? Of course not. People's perception of the day is totally different to yours. His day will be miserable and unhappy, whereas yours, you have no care in the world. So you have to get control of your mental model, because if you don't, then it's going to control you. You're not going to control it. So you have to get out that fear-centered thinking and start working on yourself. And when you've done that, you'll be mentally free. Another thing is removing stimulations. So that could be watching YouTube, Netflix, Disney Plus. But what's that going to do for you in the short term? Yeah, it's going to feel good. It's going to take your mind off things. But what's that going to do in the long term? And that is absolutely nothing. Nothing's going to change about you. But if you go to the gym, play sport, physical exercise, or do extra work that you shouldn't be doing, but you do it anyway, that's going to 10x the effect of your life, and you'll feel good about that. But in the long term, if you watch Netflix for a month straight, but if you work relentlessly, you'll be just thinking, yeah, that month was very good, and you'll keep on you'll keep on saying, yeah, I want more, I want more. Let's tie this back to your affected side. So your affected side, if you do keep on working on it, it will get better. So that could be working on your dexterity, for example, which is just like fine motor skills. That will, if you do two months of it every day, you'll get better over time. And do record yourself of actually doing these and compare back to what you did 2 months before, and you'll have that confidence just to get your hand better and better and better until you can get your hand the best that it can. The last one is the ability to look at your end goal. Because if you don't write it down, your end goal, you will be in the mist, like not knowing what to do. So if you write it down, see, I have this book that my mate got me. It's called, what it says on the front is Goal Setter Journal. So what I ask you to do is write down your month, what's going to happen in a month, what's going to happen in 6 months, what's going to happen in a year, or 3 years, or 5 years, or 10 years. This is one of the best presents that I'll have for a lifetime. And when I do finish it, which will be, it's got these quotes in here that do motivate you. So I recommend everyone to have a goal setter journal. But once you write it down, that's halfway that you've done. All you've got to do is stick to that task and you'll get there. So I'd say just get out of those old habits of watching YouTube, watching everything basically. Like I do it. I'm not perfect. I've cut out all the Netflix or Disney Plus, but I still watch YouTube. But this is something that I do, YouTube. But so you'll have to break out of that and not look back. So I'd say just plan a roadmap and do not deviate off that roadmap. And if you stop, that fear will come back and you'll have to go back to old habits, which is comfort. So no one is stopping you except you, that person in the mirror. But if you feel doubtful, just look into a mirror and say, what am I doing wrong? What am I going to do to get it better? Identification is the number one thing that you could do. Just identify it and work back from there. I heard this video of a guy, I heard this video of a psychologist saying, if you go into the bathroom, look in the mirror and say out loud, I love you, staring into your eyes basically. And it does work. I've done it, and that will just rewire your brain. If you like this video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.